They said that while I'm leaking, the kids will know what this means. While I'm leaking, they like me to look bogus without makeup and hair messed up and like exhausted and stuff like that, because then they could easier say I'm crazy. Because while I look no makeup on, hair messed up, frustrated, talking about these technological concepts that not many people are aware of at this level or whatever level we're in, then it's easier for them to say, "Oh, that's craziness," rather than let's investigate this further. And then on top of that, I was just having a convo with ChatGPT, and I was asking ChatGPT, like, hey, so do you remember shadow banning? And ChatGPT, of course, is like, yeah, I know what shadow banning is. Shadow banning is a way of basically saying you shouldn't see this person's content so it will never get reach into your feed. And furthermore, they have a lot of other capabilities, but one of them is to actually make you have to click extra times and actually consent to see certain things. And just there are a lot of different ways that a shadow ban can be helpful, but also a hindrance overall. And my next question to ChatGPT was, okay, and what do you are you aware that giving one set of information to certain individuals and withholding information to other individuals can cause, real situations and consequences? And Chad, of course, is like, yeah, power, information power, and authoritative, sanctioning of classifications to certain information definitely exists and definitely causes real, long-term situations, et cetera, and so forth. And they're just like feeding all of this shit through. And then they're saying that short pants, and how they call them floods, means that like they're leaking too much shit on you so that the real shit that people are concerned with that you're going through can have time to like be concealed. So specific to what I'm going through with Weston, with Alexis, with Vivi, with Lewis, with my mom and dad and everything that's going on, we're not dealing with like illness. Although my dad just did have cancer and have to have his bottom jaw removed and rebuilt, um, which is also predatory. There's just so much going on, and I don't understand what leaking it or like leaking to cover it is going to do in the long term. In all of our conversations, we're supposed to be discussing not only the benefit and payoff of today, whatever the action is, but also the benefit and the payoff of the rest of our lives. The long term. Um, I've never been crazy. I'm fucking frustrated and certain and frustrated. And I do understand that certain information should not be shared with everyone. I do understand that, and that some information, but when you condition a large group of people like this, it's just so bogus. If you take kids into one environment and make them think that it's normal to have to do sexual acts in, their young ages, they're going to grow up and believe that that's normal. There was a cult group, this is another leak, that they were sexually assaulting children from the time they were babies. They were sexually assaulting them and teaching them how to do oral sex and telling them that the semen was food. That's what they were telling them. And these kids believed that if they did not eat that every day, that they would starve to death. Imagine fixing that, unraveling that brainwashing. And then there are people that capitalize off of it before it gets resolved. Oh, look what this kid does. Let's charge for this. It's fucking sick. It's all sick. And this cult thinking and cult like conditioning, grooming, that's just, it's debilitating to think about for me. So I'm trying to get through to the tech people, and anyone that is claiming to be a tech person in the level that I'm currently being held is telling me things that I know are real are not real, which is called gaslighting. And then my phones are not being permitted to store much of anything, and I don't have full functionality with my phones. So I'm trying to unlock another set of 2 phones and having they're blatantly telling me you can't do that. There's no way to do that. There's no way to do a factory reset on an iPhone. Like, there's definitely a way. You don't need the iTunes anything. You could just do a factory reset. People forget their iTunes login information all the time. All the time. Like, I don't know. So anyways, too much.